Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. This is Pedro Fame. So we're going to go ahead and get into some new content that Apple just dropped for us. I know it's been about a week, but I'm sorry I've been traveling, so I haven't been able to get to this news. But definitely I did hear about it the same day that it came out. So obviously the amazing thing that came out was that Final Cut Pro is finally going to be in the iPad. As long as you have an M1 generation or higher iPad, you are going to be able to have Final Cut Pro for only $5 a month, and then Logic Pro as well for, I believe, a separate subscription of $5 a month. So this is going to be the best possible thing, honestly, for me personally. Wanting Final Cut Pro to come to the iPad is going to be huge for me. I know I have the M1, so it is going to be a lot slower than having like an M2 version of the iPad Pro. I'm not going to change just because of just it literally is still the same iPad, just obviously with the M2 having better drivers and a little bit faster speed. But other than that, it doesn't really change me wanting to get an M2 over my M1 because I can still run it on my M1. So I'm not going to go out and willing to buy an M2 version of it. When the M3 does come out, though, I will be making the change because I believe that will be more of a better change. It will be on a 3nm processor. It will be a lot faster. It will be way more ahead of its time, and there will be a radical redesign for the iPad Pro at that time. So for me personally, that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. But let's go ahead and get into Final Cut Pro on the iPad. This is the first time that we are going to be getting the iPad with Final Cut Pro. It's going to be coming out May 23rd, so look out for it next Tuesday. If you know Apple always comes out with a product for a Tuesday. I don't know specifically why. If somebody does know, leave a comment down below if you know why Apple likes to drop things on a Tuesday. So as you can see here, bring your entire studio to your shoot. You're able to record, edit, and finish and deliver all on an iPad. So any social media content, music videos, shorts, and vlogs are all going to be able to be done on a professional studio grade app with at your fingertips. Like I mentioned before, it is $5 a month or $50 annually if you just want to pay for the whole year up front. Starting on 5/23. I will be getting it on the day that it comes out. I will be doing a video on it on the day that it comes out as well. So you guys will be able to see, from my point of view, why I think this is going to be so well. I do think though, the Apple Pencil is probably the most essential thing now. I think now getting an Apple Pencil is probably, if you are a content creator and you do have an iPad Pro, isn't 100% now the number one thing you have to buy with it, because now that with Final Cut Pro, they are immediately using the Apple Pencil to help you cut up videos and do really help with the touch-based interface. This is the first time that Final Cut Pro will be on a touch-based interface for the first time, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that is going to work. Obviously, as you can see here, he's using the Apple Pencil here to cut parts of a video, using the AirPods Max, obviously for audio source. You can see here on the left-hand side using the Magic Keyboard there. Then in the middle, you can see him using, obviously, the touch-based interface. You can obviously see here how they're able to live draw onto your canvas throughout the duration of the video, which is huge for anybody who likes to edit, to now be able to edit straight off of your iPad in terms of being able to doodle and draw on it. It's immediately from there is a really big key thing for most people. I think this is absolutely an amazing tool and absolutely the best way to go, I believe, for Apple was to do the $5 subscription and to do the $50 annually. I think this is going to be a smash hit in this subscription-based model. I don't think they're going to bring it to desktop, which is a lot of people is fearing. I do not believe they will do it to desktop. Reason being, desktop users love one-time payment applications. So $300 to them is 100% worth it, and it is 100% worth it because it's a tool that you're going to be using for a long period of time. For iPad users, there are people that try and do different things. So having having a subscription based model is way better than having to pay a one-time fee. So that's my take on it, on that comparison. Next is the HDR. Obviously, using an M1 machine or better, you're gonna have great contrast with colors and great displays to use them on. And then you are able to import from iMovie. So if you have an iMovie on your iPhone and you want to bring it over to the iPad, you can now do so with iMovie importation. Obviously, a great feature to have. And so now you can also use multicam editing on here as well, which is super nice to have. So they're really not going to have a whole lot of caveats or a whole lot of shortcuts from the desktop version. This is pretty much a full-length desktop operation-based system. I know DaVinci Resolve is on here for free as well. And then obviously you have Final Cut Pro for $5. I'm going to be using both to show you guys comparisons of which one I think you guys should use going forward, where DaVinci Resolve has a lot of caveats and has a lot of things it doesn't necessarily have compared to the desktop version, where right now it's looking like Final Cut is going to be close to the desktop option as you could possibly get based on a touch-based interface compared to obviously a full desktop running interface. And then here's the switch of the multicam, and then the angle editor from there, and how you're able to edit it from your iPad, and how you're able to speed up the workflow, which is really, really nice, having an accelerate. So it helps you with time-consuming edits to go ahead and do them a lot faster. And obviously in Apple Silicon and machine learning, it is learning your cuts and edits. So when you go forward in using it, it will be able to go ahead and do that for you. Also, a new feature is the scene removal mask. So now you're able to remove a screen and put it into a certain orientation. So this is really nice if you're using so you don't have to use a green screen, or a rotoscoping. So you can now use and isolate a subject without needing a green screen. And then now you have an auto crop feature that automatically you can crop a subject right from the actual scene text from itself. And you have voice isolation, so if you have multiple voices, you can go ahead and have the voice isolation bring in only that type of audio, and the rest of the audio is not going to be used in the video. So a really nice feature to do that. Obviously, spectacular titles, transitions, all that's going to be included in the subscription. So you're going to have all these features available to you. And here's some that you can go ahead and see, some dynamic titles. You're going to have some effects here, some music that's going to be able to be played, backgrounds. They're going to be really nice. And third-party support is going to be coming soon. So make sure to stay tuned on that. There are going to be some developers that are going to be putting out third-party content for it and going forward, but that's going to be based on how third-party support goes. And obviously you're able to shoot and edit obviously all through the same app in Final Cut Pro. Do I recommend that? No, I do not recommend you doing that. But obviously I think to me the best thing here is that it's pretty much a one-stop shop with the iPad Pro now, and I do believe now more than ever it has now officially changed the iPad Pro to a computer. You can now officially do computer items on an iPad Pro. It has changed the landscape. Before, it was a lot harder to say that, extremely hard actually to say that, because of you can't edit, and obviously it doesn't have a dedicated real fan, so it wasn't really being efficient with the power and everything like that. So now that it does have Final Cut support, it is going to be a lot better. Obviously though, there's no Pro chips or Max chips, where in the computers they do have those options. So you are going to be still limited in terms of what you can do, but hopefully going forward maybe Apple can introduce that as well. So yeah, so here's some advanced Pro workflows you're able to use, which is ProRes RAW, color schemes, keyframing, cinematic mode, sharing, and then you're able to send from your actual iPad to your Mac to finish the cuts and edits if you would like as well. If you just need something that's a little bit more faster, better at color grading, and more accurate picture deprecation, then this is going to be the best way to do this. And you can use your iPad as a reference kind of for your Mac. Obviously a great thing to have. So if you have already Final Cut Pro on your Mac, the iPad version is just going to be an extension of it, and it is a really nice feature to have if you're going to be on the go and you can't use or don't have anywhere to put a computer. So that is Final Cut on the iPad. I'm so glad that Apple is bringing it to us. Like I said, May 23rd is when it's going to come out. $5 a month monthly, $50 annually. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am going to be doing an update video May 23rd on when it comes out, so you guys will see it live on the very first day that it does come out for the public. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Thank you guys for watching my latest video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.